my name's Heather Hilton. I'm a licensed midwife and I own Central Texas Birth Center. And today I just want to talk about cervical dilation and effacement. I think sometimes we hear about dilation and effacement and it sounds really abstract. So let's just look at exactly what's happening with your cervix during this time of labor. So I have a little Play-Doh ball and this is going to be my cervix. Okay, so your cervix is the neck of your uterus. It's like a cylinder, kind of like the neck on a turtleneck sweater. And it has a hole all the way through the middle of it. On one side of the hole, it leads to your vagina, and on the other side of the hole, it leads to your uterus. So this is literally the gateway from the vagina to the uterus, and this is what the baby has to come through to get through the birth path and out of your body. Okay, so when you're not pregnant, the cervix looks pretty much like this. It's pretty firm. It's firm like the tip of your nose. Everybody touch the tip of your nose now. And then when you're starting to go into labor and the cervix is ready to start effacing and dilating, it becomes really squishy like your earlobe. Everybody touch your earlobe. Okay, so this is our non-labor cervix. If you've never had a baby before, it pretty much looks like this. It's like a little Cheerio. If you are checking your own cervix and you feel it, it kind of feels like a little volcano with a little circle in the middle. If you've had a baby before, that circle kind of becomes a slit or a happy face because yay, your babies came out. What happens when the cervix is effacing is that it's thinning out. So the baby is coming down against the cervix from the inside in the uterus and it's causing the cervix to thin out. So I'm going to efface my cervix now. Okay, so the effacement can take anywhere from several hours to a couple of weeks. If you've never had a baby before, you're probably starting to efface sometime around 36 to 38 weeks is when your cervix begins to soften up and start to get nice and thin. Okay, so I'm helping my cervix here get nice and thin. And then you see as this happens, as the cervix gets nice and thin, those two openings, the one that led to the vagina and the one that leads to the uterus, just become one opening. So when the two openings have completely become one opening, that's what we call 100% effaced. Usually around 80% effaced is when your cervix starts doing some opening. So here you can see that my little cervix is starting to dilate. This is about 3 centimeters dilation. And so what happens is your uterus continues to contract, and through a combination of the pressure of the baby's head against the cervix and the muscles pulling away from the cervix, that opening starts to get wider and wider. It happens at a different rate for every mother depending on your body and your level of energy, your atmosphere. And so what we try to do as midwives is to support the wisdom of that. We try to help the atmosphere be calm and peaceful, to let your body do its work so that you feel completely supported. We are, at the heart of it, mammals. We have a mammal brain. So your cat probably is not going to just roll over and give birth in the middle of the living room. She's probably not going to roll over and give birth anywhere. She's going to find a quiet corner in the back of the closet where nobody's watching and she feels totally safe to be able to let her body open and relax. So now we have about 8 centimeters. So what we're trying to get to, which we call full dilation, is 10 centimeters, or the cervix being completely over the baby's head. So basically what's happening is your uterus is opening up like a big plastic bag, and the bottom is the opening. Kind of like you're untying a drawstring and just pulling the string out so that it's just completely loose and open so that your baby can come through. And when you are completely loose and open at 10 centimeters and 100% dilated, then that's when your baby can move to the birth path and you can start pushing. So thanks for taking the time to listen to me talk about my little Play-Doh cervix, and I hope that you understand dilation and effacement a little bit better, and look forward to more videos from Central Texas Birth Center.